Hello, I'm back, and with some very exciting news. We have finally hit the goal that I've been trying to reach for so long. We hit 50 followers. I would like to say a very special thank you to my last 2 followers who just followed me, Star Hearts and the Order of 4. Thank you both so much. This is definitely something that made my day, I will say. So, thank you again and again. I guess we'll go ahead and have to update this real quick. Oh, that's the wrong button. Let's go ahead and update that. Let's start a new goal. Anyways, welcome back everyone. Today we are going to go ahead and do the Little Ladies Day event quest for 2023. So, for starters, unlike previous event quests, this one is going to be in Ul'dah, and you will be able to find it right here at X 10.5 Y 8.6. So that's where you're going to want to head. Ul'dah right in the center. Just go to the Aetheryte Plaza. You're going to run right up here to the Royal Seneschal, or Seneschal, however you pronounce it. We're going to pronounce a lot of things incorrectly today, but let's go ahead and get started. We're back with Reina, our event queen. Alright, inheritance. The Royal Seneschal has a new event in mind to bring smiles to all the princesses of the realm. Ah, greetings, my friend. 'Tis good to see you. Very good indeed. As it just so happens, there is a matter with which I require assistance. As you will be aware, another Little Ladies' Day is upon us, and we are celebrating all ladies as princesses, attending to their every need. For this year's celebration, we are planning to distribute replicas of an antique folding fan to participants. Wishing to learn more about said fan, Miss Alditha, a scion of House Thorn, has taken it upon herself to investigate its origins. Alas, she has ever had a frail constitution and is feeling unwell. For now, she rests at my insistence, but passionate as she is about the celebration, I worry that she won't stay put. Thus, would I turn to you for help. In order to take the burden off my lady, who is also a treasured princess this day, might I prevail upon you to assist with her investigation? I'm truly grateful. Now, Miss Alditha should be resting on a bench in the gold court, so pray seek her out there. I leave her in your capable hands. Hello, kitty. We are greeted with a cat today. She shall also be joining us. Are you a princess as well? No? Okay, she's just gonna run around. I love all these glams. I love seeing everyone all fancy. We also have our very festive little Moogle. That's the word. Little Moogle here. We're gonna just run up this way and head on in. So I wanted to get her all dressed up for this today. I actually made this for the Valentine's event, but I kind of liked it significantly more for Little Ladies' Day, so I just kept this glam, especially since I didn't get to do the Valentine's event stream. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there. Pardon me, but I do not believe we've met. Is there something you require? So the Royal Seneschal sent you. Well, I would be lying if I said I didn't need the help. I'm in a worse way than I had realized. I'm supposed to meet with 2 people as part of my investigation, but loath as I am to admit it, I'm in no condition to be up and about. As you may already know, I'm investigating the origins of an antique folding fan, the very one beside me, which I found in the Thorn Manor one day. Curious about the design, which is unseen in Ul'dah, I turned to the history books and discovered that it is of a style used in the palace during the Thorn Dynasty. Further research revealed that Princess Edvia, my ancestor who gave rise to Little Lady's Day, once used such a fan in a dance she performed at a royal soiree. It was very beautiful by all accounts, and I should have liked to see it. Inspired by this discovery, I consulted the Royal Seneschal, and it was decided that we would make replicas of the fan as gifts for this year's celebration. However, when we showed the fan to the artisan we hired, he declared that, while undeniably designed in the Thorn style, it was crafted much more recently, no more than a few decades ago at most. This led me to wonder, who had this fan made, and why? With my mother no longer with us, I went to and asked my father, but he claimed to know nothing about it and said no more. Though he married into the family, he is the present head of House Thorn. If even he does not know, then I have to seek answers elsewhere. Additionally, if we learned how the fan was used during Princess Edvida's time, I thought that we could share the knowledge during the celebration. Thus did I arrange to meet with people who are versed in the history of our family. As I am now, however, I can scarcely stand without feeling faint. I'm sorry to impose, but might I trouble you to attend the appointments in my stead? I'm in your debt. Now, you will want to take the fan with you. Please show it when you meet with the individuals in question. One is a reporter from the Mithril Eye who will be at Azerneth Ossuary, and the other is a historian who will be at the Quicksand. Excellent. What is going on? Here we go. Alright. To the Quicksand and the Ossuary. So that would be the Thaumaturge's Guild and the Tavern. Look at everyone in their fancy get-ups. Oh. She's adorable. Look at this, Allison. This is so cute. Okay. Where could Alditha be? Can I help you? Thorn Dynasty era folding fan. An antique folding fan Alditha found within Thorn Manor, crafted in the style used during the Thorn Dynasty. This fan. Alditha sent you, I take it. Very well then, I'll let you know what I know. When Alditha reached out about an antique fan she found, I instantly was reminded of a similar one that I saw long ago. By her description alone, I couldn't be certain, but to see it here and now, there's no doubt in my mind. This fan once belonged to Alditha's mother, Claudia. She was still half a girl at the time, 15 summers old perhaps, when I interviewed her for a Little Lady's Day article. That day, she had this very fan with her. She was out of sorts, though, and begged to sit down and rest. As tired as she looked, I decided to cut the interview short and ended up writing about something else. I must say, I find it a little strange that Alditha should ask me about the fan. It belonged to her mother, after all. Surely she would know about it. Goodbye, reporter. Thank you. Plot thickens. So very suspicious. Look at that fancy bun. Oh, here we go. Into the fancy zone. Hello, grizzled historian. Can I help you with something? I'm actually supposed to meet someone here, but she appears to be late. Yes. You're meeting with me now. Ah, so you've come on Miss Alditha's behalf. And this is the fan she wished me to inspect. Indeed, it is of a style hailing from the Thorn dynasty. It is said that Princess Edvia carried such a fan when she attended functions. In those days, it was considered neat for a noblewoman to cover their faces, to which end they carried folding fans on their persons. But as the legend of the Lost Lady would attest, Princess Edvia didn't concern herself with social norms. At a royal soiree, far from using her fan to cover her face, she used it to perform an impromptu dance. The Sultan and his retinue of seneschals looked on aghast, but the guests were captivated by her performance and erupted into rapturous applause when she finished. That dance came to be known as the Little Lady's Dance, and it is said to have been passed down through the women of House Thorn. The fan you hold, I expect, was crafted for that very purpose. Curious, though, as a daughter of House Thorn, it seems to me that Miss Alditha should be aware of this legacy. In any case, I hope I was able to be of some help to her. Pray, pass along my regards. Will do, sir. Will do. Oh, how nice and polite. Just bowing. You just walked straight into my face. Let's see. I believe we go this way? Hop. Myom. Yep, that's right. Okay. Ah, you are returned. Thank you for attending the appointments in my stead. So, did you learn aught of interest? Pardon my water drinking. I must hydrate. What? The fan was my mother's. It was used to perform the Little Lady's Dance, a dance passed down through the women of our line. Forgive me, but I'm not sure what to think. I never knew about any of this. About neither the fan nor the dance. Why didn't my mother share the tradition with me? Perhaps she was also unaware of it. Perhaps she didn't have the chance. Yes, I feel that is the only plausible explanation. My mother succumbed to the illness when I was little. Even if she had wished to pass on the tradition, she never had the chance to do so. Be that as it may, my father must have known something. I know not why he claimed otherwise and feigned ignorance about the fan, nor do I expect that he would willingly talk. Still, I want to know, about the dance and about my mother. I'm sorry to impose yet again, adventurer, but won't you help me find the answers? This means a lot to me. Thank you. Now then, if my mother appeared at Little Lady's Day with her fan, it seems likely that she performed the dance there. On that assumption, I propose that we look for those who knew my mother when she was involved in the festival. For this, wealthy, middle-aged folk seems a likely place to start. Chances are they at least cross paths with her in social circles. To that end, could you please try approaching affluent-looking individuals at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and Estimene's Aesthetics? I shall await you here. Excellent. Alright. Oh, hello, bun. Okay, so the closest one is going to be this way. We will take a left. Right up the stairs. There we go. Stop number 1. Willowy Noble. What's that? Do I know Claudia Thorne and the dance she used to perform? May I ask who is asking? Goodness me, to think Alditha had no idea. I was good friends with her mother, I'm proud to say, and would be glad to share what I know. She was quite frail, was Claudia, and constantly took ill. As a result, she seldom attended social functions and certainly never performed the little ladies' dance in them. She did, however, show it to me in private, and I consider myself blessed. It was so beautiful, I begged to learn it from her. She kindly taught me, and she would have dearly loved to teach Alditha too, I'm sure. It breaks my heart that she never had the chance. But if Alditha is keen to learn the dance, nothing would please me more than to teach it, a poor substitute though I may be for her mother. She waits at the Gold Court, yes? I shall go and find her there at once. Aww, that's so sweet. I love that. Beautiful, adorable. And off we go. To the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Alright. And there's our first one. Haughty Mother. A thorn woman who once danced at the festival? I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Little Ladies' Day has always been a common folks' festival, after all. If anyone were to know, I dare say it would be the head of the Thorn family. 'Tis under their auspices that the celebrations take place. Restless nobleman. Where in the world did she disappear to? Sus. What? Did I ever see the dance performed by Claudia Thorne? As it happens, yes. Yes, I did. This is an adorable aura. Also, this bird is so cute, I want it. Sorry, I got distracted. It was during a Little Ladies' Day celebration many years ago. Claudia was participating for the first time, and I had the honor of being her guide. By way of thanks for my company, she showed me the dance. Flourishing her fan, she moved with such majestic grace, I was left utterly transfixed. A dance so lovely should be seen by all. Won't you perform it on stage at the festival? I suggested. And to my delight, she agreed with a smile. No sooner did she finish enrapturing the crowds than she retreated out of sight and all but collapsed to the ground. It was then that I learned of her frail constitution. Though I hadn't been aware, I felt no less terrible for making her overexert herself. I apologized profusely, begging her not to push herself ever again. The sad look on her face when she nodded is something I've not forgotten to this day. But look at me prattle on to a complete stranger. My apologies. Now then, I was in the midst of looking for someone, so I shall excuse myself. I just noticed the legs shift in their idle position. They're not standing perfectly static. They're shifting their weight and adjusting and wobbling back and forth like people would in real life. That's so cool. That's such a nice touch. I love that. Alright, back to the left. I'm just always commenting on the most random things. Look, I notice things and I comment on them. That's just how it be. I've been pinged. Oh, there you are. A woman was here just now. She told me she was a friend of my mother's and kindly taught me how to perform the little ladies' dance. It's as beautiful as I imagined it would be, and I cannot thank you enough for finding this person. Now then, were you able to learn aught from anyone else? So my mother once performed the dance before a crowd, but the exertion was too much for her. From what I've now seen, the movements may indeed be trying for those of poor health. For those such as myself. Thus did my father choose to keep the dance a secret from me, out of concern for my well-being. Or so I speculate, at any rate. Lady Alditha, thank heavens I found you. Rodolphe? What are you doing here? What am I doing here? Begging your pardons, my lady, but you disappeared from the manor without a word. Both your father and I have been worried sick. Hello, kitty. But all's well that ends well, and I see now that you are in good hands. Thank you, good madame, for looking after the young mistress once more. Yes, I have totally looked after her before. It's definitely not my first time. Now then, my lady. As we speak, your father searches for you in the city. If you feel strong enough, let us seek him out together. It would set his mind at ease. Yes, of course. Thanks to you, I've discovered things I never knew about my family, and I would have you at my side when I meet my father. Will you come with me? Thank you. Your presence will give me the courage to seek the truth. Master Fortin should be somewhere in the Ruby Road Exchange. Please follow me. Jesus. Ah, hello, yes, dote. And then we give a pet. Hello, hello friend. Now I hide. And I flee. Such an adorable character. I love that design though. Alright. Ah, the sus guy. You're the woman from earlier. Should have guessed you were the one who aided my daughter. You said what I said, not realizing you would come at her behest, but what's done is done. Now, allow me to properly introduce myself. Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, at your service. No more secrets, Father. Why did you hide the truth from me? I couldn't bring myself to tell you. Even as that fan and that dance hold fond memories of your mother, they are a painful reminder that she is gone. Couldn't bear to lose you as well. So, please, return the fan and forget about the dance. Father, I understand full well why you feel this way. Were I in your position, I would likely feel the same. But as much as I am touched by your concern, I know about everything now. About Mother, about the fan, and even the dance. Claudia? Lady, I got pronunciation hard. Lady Alditha, that was extraordinary. Where in the world did you learn how to dance so beautifully? An old friend of my mother's taught me. Despite all these years, she still remembered the entire dance down to the smallest flourish. Mother brought you great joy when she danced for you that day. On coming to understand this, I knew that I wanted you to experience that joy again. doing? Cat. Ah.
That's not a nest for kitties. What are you doing? Can I have that? Not a nest for kitties.
Plastic bag. She decided it was hers, but it's a lie. Alright. You're coming to understand this. I knew I wanted you to experience that joy again. I'll do that. Like I once apologized to your mother, I must now apologize to you. Cat! It was wrong of me to hide the fan and the dance from you, and I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. If it is your desire to carry on the tradition, then I will not stand in your way. Thank you. But you know, Father, it is Little Ladies' Day. Rather than an apology, is there not a more appropriate gesture for the occasion? As you say, my princess, as you say. I, Fortune Thorn, head of the Thorn family, do hereby pledge to serve as your royal seneschal. Your every wish is my command. That's so sweet. Except, perhaps, when I judge that you are overexerting yourself. After all, your highness's well-being is my foremost priority. I shall bear that in mind. Without further ado, then, my first wish is to instruct festival staff in the Little Ladies' Dance, that we may share it with all who participate in the festivities. If that is your wish, then it is mine as well. On this day, all ladies are princesses, and everyone should by rights inherit the dance passed down in our family. Aww. That's so cute. I have a gift for you, adventurer, as a token of my gratitude. It isn't much, but please accept these instructions for the dance, along with a replica of my mother's fan. Reina looks so good in that shot. Now then, there's no time to waste. We must distribute these fans to as many people as possible and share with them the history of the dance. This will be a Little Ladies' Day to remember. Oh, yes, it will. Goofy thumbs up. Oh my god, I freaking love it. It's precious. Oh, there it is. Ballroom Etiquette, Fanfare. An illustrated manual of the various steps and gestures that comprise the Little Ladies' Dance to learn the Little Ladies' Dance emote. Ta-da! Her greatest fan. Alright, shall we then? Little Ladies' Dance. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. Let's do it again. Look at this. Little fan wave. Swoop de swoop. Oh, I love the way her skirt twirls. Oh, she's adorable. I love it. Kitty, you're fine. Tawny, stop that. He's growling at the cat under the door. Oh, look! Everyone's doing the dance now! Oh, that's so cute. welcome to join us. Then I shall. Oh, this dance is great. So many awesome opportunities for G-pose shots. Especially right at the end there. This little, like, stop right at the end is perfect for G-pose. That wink is great too. But just that's amazing. Oh, that's a great dance. Okay, well. Let's get some history on things, shall we? Alright, first, let's go ahead and check out the shop. So we have confetti. We have the wall-mounted little advertisement, which I'm going to go ahead and grab. And Decisions Orchestrion roll. That's what you got in the store. You can get from the Royal Handmaiden. Let's go ahead and just use that Orchestrion. And the Royal Servant. Good evening to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding the history of Little Ladies' Day? I am at your service. What is Little Ladies' Day? Once a year, when the peach blossoms come to bloom, Eorzea celebrates all the lovely and spirited young maidens who bring such joy to our realm. The origins of the holiday can be traced back to events that happened some 3 centuries past, when the Thorn dynasty still reigned in Ul'dah. The plucky Princess Edvia, tired of being sequestered within palace walls by her overprotective father, the Sultan Baldric Thorn, exchanged garb with a miller girl and wandered off into town in search of adventure. Upon learning of his daughter's disappearance, the Sultan was stricken with panic. He summoned the palace guard, down to the last man, and ordered them tear the city apart to see that no harm befell his precious princess. And tear the city apart they did. The poor miller whose daughter assisted the princess in her escape, saw his house nigh ripped from the ground, while the family was threatened with imprisonment and worse. To the good fortune of all, Princess Edvia was soon found just outside the palace walls. When she confessed the true reason that she had run away, her father was racked with guilt for his actions. He had the miller's house rebuilt by his most skilled craftsmen, and offered to personally serve as seneschal to the miller girl for a day to atone for his actions. The common folk were deeply moved by their sultan's newfound compassion. The sultan himself, vowing to never forget the lessons he had learned, declared that each year he would serve as seneschal for a young girl chosen from the townspeople by lot. The tradition continued long after Sultan Baldric's death, living on even as the Thorn dynasty gave way to the Ul. In time, it spread to other nations, where it took on new forms, eventually evolving into the Little Ladies' Day celebration that we know and love today. Who was Princess Edvia? Princess Edvia was the one and only daughter of Sultan Baldric of House Thorn, the Heuran noble house that ruled Ul'dah some 300 years ago to the day. Her disappearance from the palace, the commotion that followed, and its eventual resolution, oft retold as the legend of the Lost Lady, are said to represent the origins of the celebration we now know as Little Ladies' Day. It is said that before the events of that day, relations between the spirited princess and her stern, overprotective father were strained at best. Though the father claimed to love his daughter dearly, the form this love took was the stifling sort. The princess's disappearance and return changed everything. Sultan Baldric gained a newfound respect for his daughter's independent nature, while Princess Edvia realized that her father's treatment of her was born of simple misunderstanding, not lack of love. The bonds between the two grew only stronger in the months and years to follow, and the two came to be celebrated as the most ideal embodiment of father and daughter that the realm had ever seen. That's sweet. A fun story. Alright, let's see, what else do you have to say? To think the fan was part of a long-standing tradition of House Thorn. Goodness. Truly cannot thank you enough for lending Miss Alditha your aid. As a result of your discoveries, we have been able to teach the Little Ladies dance to those in attendance. As you can see for yourself, celebrations look to be a resounding success because of it. Enjoying the festivities, I hope. Should you have any questions concerning my family, it would be my pleasure to answer them. Ooh, excellent. Flower crowns. Following the events of The Legend of the Lost Lady, by which I mean after Sultan Baldric served as seneschal to a miller girl, he chose to do the same each year for the other Uldan ladies. It is said that this was his way of reminding himself and others that all girls should be treasured. Then, one year, the girl he had chosen to be princess for a day presented him with a bouquet of daisies to thank him for his service. Knowing how hard the girl had worked to pick them, the Sultan gladly accepted the flowers and bade his attendants fashion them into circlets. Then, removing his own royal crown, he placed one on his head and another on hers. "We're the same, you and I," he said, smiling. The Thorn family has considered daisies to be a symbol of happiness ever since. Fortin Thorn. Fortin Thorn is my father and the head of House Thorn. It is his duty, as representative of our family, to sponsor Little Ladies' Day each year. Or so I once thought. I realize now that for him it is far more than duty which binds him to this celebration. Little Ladies' Day is the very thing which brought him and Mother together, and it is her memory and his love for her that drives him to ensure it continues. Much like how Princess Edvia and her father, Sultan Baldric, were able to see each other in a new light after her disappearance, I feel as though my father and I have a better understanding of one another after all that's happened today. Claudia Thorn. Claudia Thorn, my mother and eldest daughter of House Thorn before her passing. I am told that she left this world soon after I was born into it. Her frequent bouts of illness prevented her from joining social functions held amongst the noble families in Ul'dah. But by pure chance, she was able to attend a Little Ladies' Day celebration long ago, where she met my father and performed the Little Ladies' Dance for him. There is much I have still yet to learn about my mother, but from all I've been told, I cannot help but feel as though we had much in common. It makes me feel closer to her, as though some part of her is still alive in me. The Thorn Dynasty. Though Ul'dah was founded by the House of Ul, control of the throne was wrested from them after a period of instability, with the House of Thorn being appointed to rule as stewards some 350 summers ago. Pardon me, hello, Jan. For more than a century, my forebears ruled, enacting countless reforms which would see their governance regarded favorably by the citizenry. At the end of those many long years, feeling that their sworn duty had at last been fulfilled, my ancestors returned to the old dynasty. To this day, we of House Thorn continue to do our part to see Ul'dah flourish. The Little Ladies' Dance. In the years following the incident with the Miller girl, Princess Edvia grew to become a fine lady, attending royal soirees and like on occasion, just as expected of her. In spite of this, she remained true to herself, forthright and bold as ever. On one fateful evening, she took her folding fan, an accessory noblewomen used in those days for the express purpose of covering their faces as a form of etiquette, and instead flourished it about her, using it to perform a dance she had improvised on the spot. While the Sultan and his retinue of seneschals were stunned by her impromptu performance, the nobles in attendance were instead captivated by its beauty and applauded her when she finished. In time, Princess Edvia's dance came to be known as the Little Ladies' Dance, and it, alongside the folding fan, have been passed down through the women of House Thorn ever since. Excellent. That's some cool lore. Alright, what do you have to say, Fortin? Hang on, what is this? What's going on over here? You know what? Don't question it, just accept it. Carry on. I hoped you would stop by, so that I might thank you properly. Had you not aided my daughter, we may never have bonded as we have now. In truth, I did not realize how much joy it would bring me to see her take after her mother by inheriting our family's tradition. And yet I cannot help but worry that one day soon she may meet the love of her life in much the same way I met her mother. I wish dearly for her to find such happiness, but I nevertheless find myself conflicted about the prospect of seeing her go. Oh. Hey, Rodolphe. Young mistress truly has a spring in her steps during the Little Ladies' Day celebrations. Why, I dare say one would scarce believe she suffers from a delicate constitution. Such a butler. Are they look related almost. Are you two related? Is there cousin? Who knows? Silver Nettle? You? Why venture? Why not spend some of that hard-earned coin here at the markets? Go and treat yourself. You deserve it. Fantastic. Well, that looks like it's everyone. Perhaps I shall give it a try. The songbirds are amazing. Well, you are all welcome to join us. Amazing. Well, I believe that's it for the day. I thank you all once more for joining me, and I hope that you had fun on this wonderful occasion. May your little lady's day be wonderful, and everyone out there, may you have a great and comfortable night. I'll see you next time. Take care.